So hello friends, today we are going to discuss the biochemistry of carbohydrate. Okay, carbohydrate. Okay, so in this lecture we describe the biochemistry behind the carbohydrate. Okay, so carbohydrate, first if you see here, carbohydrate. Okay, so what is indicating that? Carb means basically, as name indicating, that carb means carbon. Okay, hydrate means water. Okay, so the component of carbohydrate will be the carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. Okay, so it is the basic point. Okay, so if second point is that the general formula of carbohydrate is CnH2nOn, means it is the general formula. Okay, so CnH2nOn means it indicating that any carbohydrate, if follows this rule, then if this follows this rule, then it will be the carbohydrate. But what happened here? Exception is lactic acid, acetic acid and deoxyribose. Since three compounds follow this rule, okay, but these are not carbohydrate. Okay, so these example the exceptional: lactic acid, acetic acid and deoxyribose. Okay, so it is very important point. Third point is that it is highly soluble in water. Soluble in water. Okay, why it is soluble in water? So this is the question mark. Okay, so the water formula is this one. Okay, carbohydrate simple. If we write down the structure of glucose, okay, so it is the structure of glucose. Okay, so what happened here? This OH group, okay, and this OH group, there are lots of OH group is present. Okay, and if you see in this, there is a polarity difference, means this charge will be a negative, this will be the positive. So it will interact, oxygen will interact the hydrogen because it also contains positive charge. Okay, so due to hydrogen bonding and dipole moments, it will approaches to each other, comes near to each other and solubilize. So it is the reason behind the solubility of water. Okay, it means solubility of carbohydrates in water. Okay, and one important definition in several books, it is indicating that it is the polyhydroxy aldehyde or ketone. So why this is right down polyhydroxy aldehyde? What is the meaning behind it? You should be think. So I have write down the structure of this. If you see here, this is the glucose, means this is the glucose. Okay, so what is the indicating? It is indicating that several OH group will be present. Okay, so more than 2 or 3, it is called poly. Okay, hydroxy means here hydroxy here indicating it is the substituent, so it is named earlier. So polyhydroxy aldehyde or ketone means if you reduce this CH2S, it is converted to CHO when it is open form. Okay, if you write down this structure, okay, so this is the open structure in which it is converted to aldehyde. Okay, so it is called polyhydroxy aldehyde or ketone. Okay, so it is the simple some basic points regarding the carbohydrates. and its biochemistry. And if you talk about the monosaccharides, if you classify the carbohydrate, then first is the monosaccharide. Okay, monosaccharide. So if you see the biochemistry behind, right, then mono means one cyclic, mono means one saccharide means one cyclic ring. अब बात आती है साइक्लिक किसको आप बोलते हैं, किस कंपाउंड में साइक्लिक. सो दिस टाइप ऑफ इंडिकेशन इज कॉल्ड साइक्लिक. Okay, so first of all you should be know about the cyclic. So one monosaccharide means one ring will be the present. Simple example is glucose. Okay, so it is the here one cyclic ring is present. Cyclic ring is present. So that's why it is called monosaccharides, and it is the example of hexose. Okay, so monosaccharide is further categorized on the basis of number of carbon atom. It is tetrose, triose. Sorry, it is the first simple sugar. Triose means it containing 3 carbon. Tetrose, it containing 4 carbon. Pentose, it containing 5 carbon. Hexose is containing 3 carbon. Heptose, it containing 7 carbon. Okay. Triose means 3, tetrose means 4, pentose means 5, hexose means 6, and heptose means 7. Okay, so it is the monosaccharides. Okay, so it is classified according to the number of carbon. So we will see the example of triose first. Okay, triose means 3 carbon sugar. Okay, so triose is further divided into aldose and ketose. aldose sugar अगर triose की बात करोगे, so best example is glyceraldehyde. ketone की बात करोगे, so dehydroxyacetone. Okay, so it is the example of triose sugar. Okay, so if you see here, this aldehyde indicating that it is aldose sugar. Acetone means indicating it is the ketonic sugar. Okay, so it is the simple triose sugar. Okay, and several competitive jumps means question will be asked that which is the simple sugar of monosaccharide. Okay, so best if you option is given with triose, then you should be take. Okay, and if option is given as which monosaccharide is called aldose sugar, then you should be okay. So the answer will be the glyceraldehyde. Okay, I have discussed the triose. Okay, अगर आप बात करोगे टेट्रोज की, ओके, सो टेट्रोज भी आप एल्डोज शुगर होगी, उसमें ये कीटोनिक शुगर होगी. सो इराइथ्रोज इज द erythrose and erythrolose. Okay, so it is the example of tetrose sugar. Okay, tetrose means 4 carbon will be the present. Okay, so if you draw the structure erythrose, then 4 carbon will be present in this. Okay, so as it is बात करेंगे पेंटोज की. पेंटोज means 5 carbon. Okay, so ribose is the aldose sugar and ribulose is the ketonic sugar. तो इस ribose का example, best example is glucose. Okay, so the structure of glucose, you can see this structure is the glucose structure. Okay, I have several times write down, and it is the structure of fructose. Okay, so it is the glucose and ketonic sugar का आपका example होगा fructose. Okay, both are pentose sugar, pentose sugar की बात करोगे तो ribose and ribulose. Sorry for that. Ribulose आपका aldehyde form एग्जिस्ट करेगा, राइबोलोज एग्जिस्ट करेगा इलेक्ट्रॉनिक फॉर्म में. सो इट इज द रिगार्डिंग द पेंटोज शुगर हम बात करेंगे हेक्सोज की. हेक्सोज में 6 कार्बन शुगर होंगे यहाँ पे. बेस्ट एग्जांपल इज ग्लूकोज एंड दिस वन इज फ्रक्टोज. Okay, so fructose and glucose. Okay, so it is the ketonic sugar. It is very important question for AMSA and NEET exams. Okay, which sugar is ketone sugar? So fructose will be the ketone sugar, and the certain time question will be asked which is the yellow sugar. So the right question, the right answer will be the glucose. Okay, so you will see very silently. First of all, you should ask which option will be given. After that, go for concept, then click the right answer. Okay, अब हम बात करेंगे हेप्टोलोज. हेप्टोलोज मीन्स 7. हेप्टोलोज. ओके 7. ओके, सो हेप्टोज एंड हेप्टोलोज इज द हेप्टोज मीन्स एल्डोलो, हेप्टोलोज मीन्स कीटोस. ओके, सो इट इज द मोनोसैकेराइड. ओके, हम डाइसैकेराइड की जब बात करेंगे, डाइसैकेराइड इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. सो इफ यू सी हियर, this is the this. Okay, this is glucose sugar. If you see here, only this structure. Okay, so one OH will be here. One means it is, if you write down the class, then it is empty to each other. Okay, this OH and this OH will be similar, and this is the primary CS2OH. Okay, this bond will be formed when 2 glucose unit will be joined like that. Means so thank you for watching the. Okay. अरे खोल रहे हैं यार आएगा वो.